Hello everybody. So thanks Zixian for the introduction. Thank you Infineon for giving us short slot to present what we think is important, mainly when we speak about AURIX, AURIX 2G architectures from Infineon, that where they go is automotive and industrial. And for this session, I prepared a short introduction to one topic that I think is important to many of you, and this is safety and tools. So what does it mean to use a compiler for a safety system design? I think here Zixian forgot to show you a bit more what he was talking about, that HighTec opened a local branch here to be closer to the Chinese customers. And one of the reasons is that HighTec is a major compiler vendor for Infineon Tri-Core AURIX, AURIX 2G architectures. I will not spend much time about support for multi-core, because looking at AURIX 2G device, you see many cores, right? It starts to be quite complex device. I will not speak about how to make memory partitioning because it's a really heterogeneous memory architecture. You have plenty of local memories, you have external memories, you have big flash memory that is partitioned and local to the cores, certain sections. Because today I would like more to focus on the safety. And one reason is that I am being asked by many customers, what do we provide for safety? What does it mean for them to use compiler in the safety? And for that, I will spend only a few slides, because unfortunately, I have just 8 minutes, and this topic we can talk more than that. And to understand what compiler means in safety systems, it's good to go back to the ISO standard, ISO 26262. First of all, as AURIX is designed as safety element out of context, the same is for compiler. Because, as you can imagine, compiler you use for many other applications. It was developed just to compile and translate the source code written in the beginning in assembly, now in C, C++, to the binary code that, given architecture like AURIX, can execute. So it was developed without safety application on mind. And you need to be able to use it in the safety application. You need to do certain things. And ISO standard tells you exactly what. It's not a big field. Yeah? So if you look to the ISO standard, there is a big chapter about how to detect, control, and mitigate random hardware failures. This is where the AURIX, AURIX 2G are state-of-the-art architectures. Yeah? They have a lot of features, measures how to detect. They have ECC, they have lockstep cores. They have end-to-end ECC, CRC checking. So there is plenty of things you can do. For the software, this is, in my eyes, all people here, that they develop the software for it. You need to follow certain standards, certain process with reviews, using right tools, to avoid systematic errors. But what you will find about the tools in the standard, there is only short chapter about it. But it's quite important. The first thing is that you need to classify any tool you use in your safety design. Classification is the first primary step you need to do. So you will take and evaluate every tool you use, including the compiler. And what does it mean? First of all, you need to ask, is this tool doing something that is used by my safety functions? It can influence my safety functions, safety goals. Does it have any impact? If no, you are happy. If it impacts the safety, already you go for the level 2. And then you need to ask the second question. What is the level that the tool provides to detect malfunction of the tool? And here, to be honest, compilers in general doesn't offer much. There is no detection that, for example, there is a bug translating the correct syntax sequence to the wrong binary. It might happen, so there are no such detection. So for the compiler, unfortunately, you are in TC3 level. So once you have this first step, immediately you go to the second step. And you need to qualify the tool, because you have to use it. It's a tool you are using. And to be able to use it in the safety system design, you need to qualify. And again, ISO 26262 tells you some guidelines. What kind of measures you can or you should do. And it depends on the classification level. Here we are TCL3. And for that, you see we have 4 ASIL levels. And for different ASIL levels, from the least safety critical to up to ASIL D, that is the most critical design, you have different measures. And unfortunately, for C and D, there is only one way to qualify the tool, the compiler. And now, as a customer, you have 2 choices. You have a choice to qualify it yourself, or you ask the vendor of the compiler to provide a qualification kit or to qualify it for your application use case. Because what you need in the end when you design your safety system, you go to the certification authority. We have one booth here, TIF Sud, that is certification authority, and for that you need to have certain reports and documents for your compiler saying what did you do to qualify it, how did you test it, what was your plan, how you will maintain it. You need to provide safety manual, exactly the same way how AURIX 2G has safety manual. Because if you want to use AURIX 2G, you need to follow the guidelines and rules that are in the safety manual. The same is for the compiler. And for sure, to generate these kind of documents is some task. Some customers, they prefer to do that themselves, because maybe they are experienced and they have certain knowledge even about the compiler. And many others, because it's not their main goal to qualify the compiler, they just ask the vendor to provide it for them. And of course, because HighTec is a compiler vendor for Infineon architectures that are for automotive and industrial, nowadays all application in automotive requires certain ASIL. They are safety more or less related. All industrial starts to be the same. So many customers are coming to us asking to qualify for their use case. Because it's not an easy task. You need to provide the version, you need to provide all the options you are using for the compiler, all the options you are using for the linker. And then there are a bunch of tests, execution, and document generations behind, and in the end you will get what you need. And with all what qualification kit offers or generates, you can easily go to the certification authority saying, yes, this compiler we can use because of this proof up to ASIL D. And this is exactly what we offer when you select our compiler for AURIX 2G devices. And that's, I think, enough because compiler is compiler, and especially for safety, you have to have certain evidence and qualification. So just to highlight the flow, it is a customer who provides the use case. Certain customers, they prefer to optimize for the speed, certain for the size. There are really many options that you can choose from. Somebody needs more debugging information in the project, somebody less. There are really different combinations how you can set up the tool. You provide it to us. Based on this, we run the qualification kit. We generate all the documents that are needed. They are pre-certified by the TIFF. And you have evidence and documents that you can take with you going to the TIFF. So for you, it means the least effort. Of course, no doubt, there is an effort on our side. So this service of qualification kit is not for free because it is the effort of the resources and time. But you can choose. You can do it even yourself, as I said. And this is what we support for the safety. I think there will be a lot of other options, what to talk about our toolchain for AURIX 2G. I saw that you received evaluation kits. Feel free to use our toolchain for your trials and play. And you are welcome to come to our local interface here to ask any questions you are feeling to ask. And that's, I think, end of my short presentation. Unfortunately, I like to talk more. Thank you.